Hello, we are live. Happy Tuesday to everyone watching live on YouTube, and happy whatever day it is to all of you, wherever you're watching on the replay. I'm Thomas Godfrey, mindset coach and creator of Shift Mindset Mastery. And today we're going to be talking about how you can shift from a stress mindset to a calm mindset. I've coached hundreds of people, hundreds of men and women, and I've helped them to realize the most wonderful, liberating, remarkable truth that almost all the suffering you experience is in your mind. Now, that's not to say it isn't real. It's to say that you can change how you experience the world, your life, your day, your week, your month, your year. So what is stress? Stress is a mindset. Stress is your choice. Now, if that triggers you, that's good, because you've got one of two options. You can get so triggered that you dismiss what I'm saying and stop watching, and you'll continue stuck in your cycle of stress. Or you can pay attention, and this might just be the first day of the rest of your life. I used to be stressed. I used to be anxious. I used to be depressed. I used to be frustrated, exhausted, worn out, ungrateful, angry, resentful, out of shape, unhealthy, unfit. Man, I used to blame the world for how I was feeling, how I was thinking, and how I was acting, until I had enough of it. Until I had enough, and I realized that it was in my control. Or rather, I realized I would begin to focus only on that which was in my control. And when I started to pay attention, and this is how I support my clients through Shift Mindset Mastery, is by bringing your awareness to only that which is within your control and learning to train your focus, your valuable focus, your valuable energy, your awareness. The only thing you control really is your awareness. Learning to focus that down onto only that which is within your control and to let everything else go. So here's the thing with stress, and here's why I'm saying stress is a mindset and stress is a choice. Because stress is not about the things. Stress is not about the people. It's not about your job. It's not about that argument you had. It's not about the workload that you're under. It's not about the situation. It's not about the event. It's not about the circumstance. It's about none of these things. It's about how you respond. Stress is your choice in the sense that you don't have a choice as to what is happening. In any moment, it's happening. In fact, by the time you experience it, whatever you're experiencing, by the time you experience it, it's already happened. This is the crazy thing. This one idea, embodying, understanding this one concept, if you take one thing away from today, it's this idea that by the time you experience something, it already happened. So what does that mean? It means that through our five senses, the 3D reality, the 5 sense reality that we understand, that we know, that we believe in, this world, 5 sense reality, by the time we experience it, it's already done. It's already in the past. It's already gone. By the time you see something, it's gone. It's already gone. You're viewing the past. In the split second it takes for that light to reach your eye and for you to recognize it and process it, it's done. You're reacting to the past. So we have a very simple choice. We have a choice. Do we react and continue to react and continue to react and be stuck in a state of reaction, which is unconsciousness? When you react, you aren't in control. You don't control your reaction. By its very nature, reaction is out of your control. It's an unconscious reaction. So when you react, you're not conscious. You're being triggered by something, by external stimulus, people, situations, events, circumstances, apparent happenings all of which are in the past by the time you react to them. Even if they're only a split second into the past, they're already done. They're already complete. It's already happened. It's done. So the energy that you invest into reacting is a complete and utter waste of your energy, because you're reacting to something that is already history. So how is responding different? Responding means, rather than being unconscious and rather than being triggered by events, people, situations, circumstances, responding means you stay present. Your awareness, the only thing that you control, or one of the very few things that you control. And your awareness here is the choice in each moment as to where you direct your focus, where you direct your energy. And this is where thinking is the trap, because when you're thinking, you're out of the present moment. You're either back in the past or you're in the future. There's only two places you can be when you're thinking. You're either thinking about something that's just happened or thinking about something that happened a while ago, or you are hypothesizing something that hasn't yet happened. That's the two options with thinking. So the world of the mind takes you out of the present moment. And the present moment is reality right now. And how we experience the present moment is through the body. The body can only exist in the present moment. The body can't exist in the past. The body can't exist in the future. The body's right here, right now, always. The body is the breath that is coming in and coming out at the moment, in this present moment. The body is real. The breath is real. Your awareness, when you are in the body, your awareness remains in the present moment. The very moment you leave the body and enter the world of the mind and enter a reactive, unconscious state, you are out of the present moment and you're in the past or in the future. And when you begin to pay attention to the activity of your mind, you will notice very quickly that the mind, and I can say this with certainty and experience, I used to think this was just me until I became a coach, until I coached hundreds of people, both genders, men and women, all backgrounds from all over the world, all different demographics really. The mind operates, it oscillates between past and future. So when you're in the world of your mind, you're either replaying a past event over and over and over again. And what you'll notice is it'll be the same things that you replay over and over again every day. Or you will be hypothesizing a future event that hasn't happened yet. And usually the default position of the mind, if left unchecked, is something bad might happen. And when that is the narrative that's held in the mind, when you start to hypothesize the future, leave the present moment, leave the reality of the present moment, leave the body, enter the world of the mind, distraction, unconscious, the mind is wandering, and you start to play out the future, it's usually something bad might happen. It's usually what's going to go wrong here? What am I worried about here? And if that's the question, what's going to go wrong? The brain will come up with the answer and it'll give you a list of 100 things that might go wrong. Something bad might happen. Alternatively, something good might happen. What am I excited about? What am I anxious about? What am I excited about? Both of those are the same question. Anxiety feels in the body, it feels identical, completely indistinguishable from excitement. Again, I've spoken to hundreds of people about this. I used to think this was just me. If you really feel into what's going on in the body that you call anxiety, what you will recognize is, okay, it's butterflies in the stomach, it's maybe a tightness of the chest, it's maybe a bit of shortness of breath, it's maybe a racing heart, it's maybe even a bit of shaking, a bit of trembling. It's the same as excitement. Butterflies in the stomach, tightness of chest, shortness of breath, bit of trembling, it's excitement. Anxiety and excitement are the same thing. Or rather, the feeling is the same thing. The feeling is real. The label, the feeling in the body is real. The world of the mind, the label, which takes you out of the body and into the mind, i.e. anxiety, is not real. The label is not real. The feeling in the body is real. The mistake we all make, the mistake you're making, the reason you are stuck in a stress mindset is because you believe you have stress. So you have a label attached to a set of feelings in the body. And when the feeling happens in the body, when the feeling happens, it's just a feeling. It's just cells vibrating in the body. That's real. Cells vibrating in the present moment, energy moving through the body, energy being interpreted by the body in the body. That's real. That's in the present moment. The very, very moment you, the mind, applies a label on top of the feeling in the stomach, the feeling in the solar plexus, the moment you pin a label onto it, you're out of the body and you're into the world of the mind. If the label is anxiety, the mind then brings up a story, brings up narratives, brings up all the reasons I'm feeling anxious, brings up all the stories from my past that make me feel anxious. Because effectively what we've done is we've taken a label, we've taken a word called anxiety, and we've given the mind an instruction to say, why am I feeling anxious? And whatever instruction you give to the mind, it will come up with the answer, and it will come up with 100 reasons why you're feeling anxious, and you will believe that you have anxiety. But what's really real is the feeling. So how do you get out of a stressed mindset to a calm mindset? First of all, it's awareness. Everything begins with awareness, and all awareness is self-awareness. All awareness is self-awareness. Let me qualify that statement. All awareness is self-awareness. The reason all awareness is self-awareness is because you interpret the world, you experience the world through the lens of your own beliefs. I'm going to give an example here, and then we can extrapolate it up for however many million beliefs you are carrying around. Let's take one example. You have a belief that women are bad at parking. Then you stand in Tesco's car park for 10 minutes and you just watch what happens. And you're going to notice all these examples of women being bad at parking. It's going to reinforce your belief that women are indeed bad at parking. And you're going to notice all those examples. You're seeing the world through the lens of your beliefs, and you're seeing evidence that reinforces your beliefs. What you're also doing without realizing it, because this is how the brain works, this is how you are filtering information through your beliefs, is any information that counters that belief, i.e. women parking well or men that aren't parking well, will be filtered out by your brain, filtered out by the mind, filtered out by the reticular activating system. And that comes from your belief that women are bad at parking. You will see evidence that supports that belief. You will filter out evidence that counters that belief. And that's just one belief. Add all your beliefs together, all your beliefs about yourself and all your beliefs about the world. And that's the world you experience to some degree. The world you experience is the world you believe exists. This is how beliefs are so powerful. This is how beliefs are so destructive and how they are so limiting. Because what a belief is, and let's think about this. Let's take you through this step by step. This is how beliefs are so damaging. What a belief is a fixed parameter. It's a piece of information with dimensions. It's a it's a boundary. It's a limitation. I believe that this is a certain way. I believe that this is a certain shape. I believe that this has certain qualities. So what it does is beliefs attempt to bracket reality so that we can understand it, so that we don't have to learn it every time. It makes perfect sense. But what it does is it means when we get a belief, we stop trying to understand the thing which we hold the belief about, because we falsely value beliefs over truth. And it's why people will defend their beliefs. I mean, some people would die for their beliefs. And the greatest trap that you have fallen into, that I had fallen into, that we all fall into, is we are taught to value beliefs over truth. We are given the framework that beliefs are more important than truth, when actually, in reality, beliefs just attempt to describe truth. And when we are honest with ourselves about what beliefs really, really are, and this is the bit that's scary, and this is the bit that takes courage, and this is where all growth comes from. This is where liberation from the prison of your mind comes from. This is how you escape the stress mindset. This is how you find the calm mindset. This is how you find inner peace, is by having the courage to challenge your beliefs. And here's why it's so scary. Because on some level, you recognize, or certainly the ego recognizes, that beliefs are not real. They are just a construct of the mind. They are just attempting to describe reality. So here's what beliefs really are. Here's what they are. Because when we think about how beliefs are formed, how did you get your beliefs? Where was your belief before you got it? It was the unknown. Take one belief you have that we're all given at a young age. Let's take one belief here. Let's take the moon landings. Everyone's taught about this. Everyone believes that man went to the moon, and it forms a part of our reality that man has walked on the moon. And if someone tries to challenge your belief, if someone tries to tell you, if someone gives you information that undermines your belief, to maintain the integrity of your belief, you're going to tighten up around that belief and you're going to dismiss the information, because the information undermines the solidity of your belief, and your belief is how you see the world. The world of your mind is the world of your beliefs. The world you experience is the world of your beliefs. So once a piece of information becomes a belief, it stops being information, it stops being ones and zeros, and it transfers from being ones and zeros, information that you learn, and you internalize it. You stop questioning it, you stop trying to understand it, and it flips a switch into a belief, and then it lives inside of you, and it's stored in you. It's a story. It becomes part of your story, and your own unique collection of your beliefs is how you see the world. But here's the thing with beliefs: before they all became your beliefs, when you were a blank sheet of paper, all of your beliefs today, at one point in your life, before you internalize them as beliefs, when they were just still out here as ones and zeros and letters and words and information and stories, they were just ideas, just information. And when you are able to view beliefs as just ideas, because they've never changed, the content of the idea has never changed. The content of the story that man walked on the moon, that's never changed. But that started out as an idea, it started out as a story, then it became a belief. The content of it has never ever changed. It's still just an idea. It's still just an idea. Women are bad at parking. It's still just an idea. Now, when we find the courage to question just one, when you find the courage to question just one of your beliefs, what you're really doing is you're opening the door to questioning every single one of your beliefs. And that's why it's scary. That's why it's unsettling. That's why it feels too big. It actually feels terrifying, Because what it actually feels like you're doing is it actually feels like you're questioning your very self-identity, your very sense of self, because your identity is built around your beliefs, and your beliefs are still just ideas, still just ideas. And when we learn to hold our beliefs lightly, like you do ideas, when someone gives you a new idea, think how you feel about a new idea. You feel inspired, you feel energized, you feel curious, because it's just an idea. It's just an idea, you can hold it lightly. But your beliefs you clamp up around. And that's where stress comes from, because you're defending these beliefs that you believe are part of you, and you're afraid to let them go. So this is part of what we do with Shift, is self-awareness of my own beliefs. And when we start to look at our beliefs and how they're playing out, when we can very quickly see, when we're able to look at our own beliefs with compassion and without judgment, we're able to see, you're able to see yourself clearly for the first time ever. You're able to suddenly view yourself objectively. And when you can see yourself objectively, you can see all your beliefs objectively, you can decide which ones are still serving you. And they might never have been serving you, but they certainly might not be now. And if you feel stressed, if you feel stuck, if you feel heavy, all of that is in your mind. That's not to dismiss it. That's not to downplay it. That's not to downplay the effects of it. It's to say that you have a choice, but you have to make a choice. And it's not your fault until you become aware. Then it becomes your choice. So staying stuck, that's okay. You didn't know any better until now. But now you know that you have the choice. You have the choice between stress and calm. And it's a daily choice, and it takes practice, and it takes commitment, and it takes courage to challenge your beliefs, to challenge who you thought you were. Because if you thought you were someone who has anxiety and has stress and is stuck and is heavy, then you have to be open to challenging those beliefs, because those beliefs are not serving you. The moment you're ready to challenge those beliefs, you can see them for what they are. They're just ideas, they're just stories, they're just narratives. You know what you want to change, you know what you need to change, you just don't know where to begin. It's not your fault, it's because you're stuck in the world of the mind. And the world of the mind is a daily routine, it's a daily practice, it's a daily loop, and that's why you feel stuck. And that's why it feels so familiar, and that's why it feels so big. And the answers are found within you. You just haven't asked the right questions yet. And that's where coaching can help you. That's where mindset coaching can help you. And that's where Shift Mindset Mastery can help you. I hope this has been helpful today. Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll leave a link below to the website. Take a look around. If this has resonated with you and you'd like to explore further, you can book in a free intro call with me. And I look forward to meeting you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.